Howdy folks, Marvin Forte here. Today we're taking a closer look at the SpringBlade Rudder, the rudder system that comes standard on many big adventures kayaks, including those by Native Watercraft and Bonafide. The SpringBlade is a kick-up rudder system that assists kayakers with precise tracking and effortless maneuverability. In the down position, the SpringBlade's low-profile shape optimizes tracking without adding unnecessary drag. And the kick-up feature springs up if you hit submerged obstacles, protecting both the rudder and your kayak. You can also use it in the up position to navigate shallow waters while protecting your rudder. But the spring action isn't just for protection. It makes raising and lowering the rudder easier so long as you have the spring tension adjusted correctly. I often field questions related to spring tension on the SpringBlade. If there's not enough spring tension, then the rudder won't deploy properly, and the lift line will have slack in it. If you store the kayak with the rudder up, that line has some memory, and so sometimes it'll be even harder to get it to come down. This can also happen if you have debris in the rudder. On the other side of the coin, if the spring tension is too tight, then you'll have a tough time pulling the rudder up by the lift line. It should stow and engage easily without much resistance. If it doesn't, then it's time for a quick adjustment. Now let's adjust the spring tension. Your first step is to remove this cotter pin. Now if you go to the other side of the SpringBlade, you'll find this tension cap. You'll notice that it says loosen counterclockwise and tighten clockwise. This is what we're going to use to adjust the spring tension. For this step, you're going to need an 8mm Allen wrench. You should have received one like this with your Propel drive when you bought your kayak. Now we need to pull the tension cap out about halfway, just enough to keep the teeth from catching, which will allow it to rotate. Insert the Allen wrench and turn it about a quarter of a turn. After you do that, push in until it clicks like that. Keep making small adjustments until you get the spring tension just where you want it. Ideally, you want to find that sweet spot where the rudder locks down in place when in use, but then pulls back up without too much of a struggle. Once you get the spring tension adjusted properly on the SpringBlade, you're good to go. Just check it every now and then and make sure that it's easy to deploy and retract.